Hi everyone! Hi beautiful beings! It's your favorite cinnamon girl, Leah. This is the place where we talk about spirituality, style and stories, and today is going to be a react to a spirituality video. So this is called 7 Ways to Increase Your Feminine Energy. In asterisk it's been put life-changing. This is by AlexandrasGirlyTalk. So she has about 3 million subscribers and this video has 2.5 million views. I've chosen this video because I think there's a few more things you can add to it, but it's a good video, so that's why I've chosen it. Let's just go straight into this video. I think you guys know who she is, so that's why I'm not going to give an introduction.
Listen, being feminine is not about having perfectly shaved armpits or speaking in a high-pitched voice. Feminine energy is within all of us, and when you activate it, you can get the most out of life and feel very connected to yourself and others. Today, I'm going to give you a few helpful tools for mind, body, and some helpful action items that are going to help you activate your feminine energy for the better. Now, life is not always easy. In fact, sometimes life is very hard. And these moments can really dampen our femininity. It can feel like you don't even see yourself as feminine anymore. The thing is, you cannot destroy energy. Energy is always living within you, and anytime you want to activate it, you can come alive and do exactly that. So let's get into the video and activate our feminine energy. Please.
So I'm glad that she has said, a lot of people don't feel like they don't have feminine energy, but it's never destroyed and it's always within you. So it's something which is always within any female or male. It's always within you. If she just gone a bit maybe deep into why we feel like it's been taken away from us or why we feel like we can't enhance it, it's because when as females we've entered into the masculine world, so career, that's a very masculine world, or into structures. So masculine energy is basically moving into hierarchy structures, creating things for the sake of production, for the sake of like progressing things through hierarchies. Feminine energy can be seen as like chaotic, Mother Earth, and it's more about realizing that there's something beyond the kind of structures that we are placing within ourselves. Because we have entered into the masculine energy or entered the masculine realm, we start enhancing our masculine energy because we know that that's how to progress in our careers. We know that's how to progress in this life, in this kind of goals that we have for ourselves. So that's why often we forget the feminine energy and we forget how to balance the two. It's not that one is bad or one is better than the other. It's about learning how to balance the two together.
How do I say this? There's a few practical foundations we need to take care of before we can start to feel good about ourselves and ultimately more feminine, soft, and nurturing. I find that when you go on your phone, if you're finding that you're looking at women with specific bodies or lifestyles that make you not feel good, you're likely comparing yourself to them. I want you to unfollow all the people that you're doing this with. It's not healthy for your mind, and there's no need to justify why you're doing it.
To be fragmented into so many different thoughts and into so many people's like superficial realities. But this is a good example of how we can enhance feminine energy by not giving into kind of these unattainable images of femininity, which are not really femininity. They're just a lot of the popular people on Instagram or whatever are just people in the male gaze and how like masculines perceive females. So that's not necessarily feminine energy. So if it doesn't resonate with you, unfollow. And if it resonates negatively with you, unfollow.
Just get it out of your space and let's move forward with more positivity. The wonderful thing about feminine energy is that it's warm and inviting and juicy and magnetic, and we want more of this. So avoid doing things like speaking badly about other people or rolling your eyes when you hear something. Women are kind of prone to picking on each other and like getting high off of gossip, and this is normal, and I've been there myself, but I consciously choose not to do this, and it makes me feel a lot better when I don't. When you ignore the negative, you invite the positive, and that is so powerful.
So here she's talking about the difference between positive female, like feminine energy, and negative female energy. So even whether you're male or female, when you first start like a spiritual journey, or when you're not very spiritual, not very in touch with yourself, you will use all those toxic kind of habits or the toxic side of the energy. So gossiping, judging other people, slut shaming, all that kind of stuff. That's negative female energy. Statistics show that most kind of social gangs, or like, in schools and stuff, it's usually mean girls. It's not mean boys. Boys, the way that they gang up and stuff on people is different. It might be like physical altercations, but statistics show that it's females who usually do the bullying, or like the psychological bullying. So she's showing that as females we need, or even in the workplace, they also show that in the workplace this happens. It's females ganging up on other females. It's not males ganging up on other females. So I really like that she's shown, first of all, when we're saying cultivating feminine energy, it's about making sure we're not picking up on bad habits, but only focusing on the good habits.
Now, this is a practical activity we can all do, and this is something that I like to look at as taking care of my future self. I'm going to write something down that I need to hear. Now, this is not going to be cliche. I'm not going to write down I'm the most beautiful girl in the world. You can write anything you want, but write something that speaks to you, something that you believe. Now, I've been through a lot of therapy for anxiety and depression, and one of the things that I realized was I didn't feel safe in my everyday life, and it was causing me stress naturally, as it would, because I felt as though everything was always do or die. Like, things could always go wrong at any moment. And just seeing on a sticky note that I am safe today in this space, in this moment, changed everything for me. Thumbs up if you're enjoying so far. Okay, now those are all for the mind.
I love that she has shown how to use reaffirmations, but doing it through not general ones, but doing it through things which resonate with her. So she talks about going to therapy and then learning what affirmations she needs to hear, what limiting beliefs she specifically has. I think in this age of social media, we often take very generic, like, I am beautiful, I'm confident, I'm powerful, and like say that to yourself in the mirror every day, but that might not work. You need something personalized to you. That's what's going to really work, because it's working on your specific limiting beliefs, okay? And the fact that she said put it somewhere where you can see it every day, for her, it was the mirror. That's really important. Personally, I also think it's good to take affirmations or take resonations of things that people have said to you which have really touched your heart, and you really feel in that moment, I need to hear more of this stuff. I like when someone says this to me. It means a lot to me. For example, my friend Salmia, I hope you're watching, but my friend Salmia, she said that something to me which really resonated to me, something like, you have so much to give, or something like that. I wrote it down exactly how she said it, and I put it up on the wall because I really needed to hear someone say that to me. So every time that I looked at the wall, I would see that affirmation again and again. And I wrote her name as well, so that when I see it, I have a trigger like of that memory, and then I'm kind of putting a positive enforcement, and I'm positively enforcing it into my brain. So it's basically rewiring your brain to think of yourself more positively, okay, and to actually be okay with being yourself, not trying to reinvent yourself or trying to do more things to yourself, but making sure you know that in your present moment you're enough. So that's really helped me, and I think that's helped me much more than having just blah blah, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, but just having that specific thing which I needed to hear put up on a wall really has helped enhance my mindset. So I recommend anyone to do this for themselves and really think like, what resonates with me. So if you can't come up with something, you don't need to force yourself. When something comes up, write it down immediately and put it up.
Let's talk a little bit about appearances. Some things you can do to enhance your feminine appearance is to wear jewelry. This is so simple. And when I started embracing jewelry this year, I noticed that I felt so pretty. It's so simple and so easy. If you're looking for a necklace, don't look for something that cuts you off along the neckline. Look for something that drapes and has a soft feminine V shape to really enhance the way that you look.
Now, she's talked about appearance, but she hasn't talked about like why you need to care about your appearance to improve feminine energy or to increase feminine energy. And I think it misses a big point, because her video is about beauty. So what makes this different, So I'm going to answer the question, like, why is improving or trying to make yourself neat and presentable and like pleasant to look at important to increase feminine energy? Well, feminine energy is about being, like I said, present in the moment and feeling like it's to do with nature, okay? So when you're in your feminine energy and you are going to do your makeup or going to present yourself by wearing proper clothes, making your hair neat and tidy, or even just making yourself look how you feel on the inside, like dyeing your hair the color that you like, or wearing that piece of jewelry like she does that makes her feel more confident, more feminine. What you're doing is this: you're showing intentionality towards yourself, you're showing focus towards yourself, and you're showing yourself that you value yourself. So when you see yourself in the mirror, you see yourself and you think, I value myself. Like it's subliminally, can't say the words, I'm going to say it's subconsciously, unsubconsciously, like telling yourself that I value myself and I've given myself space to focus on myself, not focus on 20 different things and to focus on that girl on social media or that person or whatever. Like you've given space to just focus on yourself. So even doing your makeup can be a very meditative practice. And then when you go out into the world and people see you, that's the first impression they have of you. So when they see that you're intentional with yourself, they value you too, because they recognize you're someone who values yourself and you're someone who holds yourself in high esteem, and they should do the same.
Okay, this is like super random. I just noticed sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, wait, have I been wearing my hair like this every day? I've got an activity. This is just going to involve a mirror and you and a brush and maybe some pins. Try out some different hairstyles. Pull your hair all to one side. Put it up in a bun. Put it in a braid. Try something brand new. And I want you guys to really explore it and take time feeling beautiful in something that you've never seen yourself in. This doesn't even have to be something you wear outside. It's all about changing the perspective you have on yourself. Sometimes we limit ourselves and we think, I can't wear that or I can't try that. And it's just not true. Sometimes you just need a little tweaking to find something that really works for you, but is also new and exciting. Ultimately, it makes you feel alive, which is very magnetic and very attractive. One thing I had been neglecting is recharging my feminine energy just by simply being around other women. If you're spending a lot of time perhaps in a relationship or you're neglecting girl time because of work, I encourage you to spend time with women if it's in your personal life, that's even better. Women have a very special capacity to hold space for each other's emotions and really understand each other on a really deep level.
That here she's talked about spending physical time with women, not just on social media, we're social media friends, but physical time with women so you can replenish and rejuvenate with each other and you can be in your feminine energy, because that person's more aligned with their feminine energy, so it's easier when you're with a female. And I like that she's talked about how the difference between a work friend and then a personal friend, because at work you're still in your masculine energy, because that's what gets things done, that's what gets things moving in business and stuff like that, and that's perfectly fine. I love that she's also showing that you can't rely on this aspect of like femininity from a man. A man's in his masculine energy. He's not gonna really understand every single breath of emotions that you're not having. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have emotions. It just means he doesn't express it the way you're expressing it. So being with females who are very in their feminine energy, you can't always get that from a man, and that doesn't mean an inadequacy in a man. It doesn't mean that at all, because men have they have feminine energy and masculine energy. It's just not to the level that you have it. Okay.
What's wrong with that? Stop demonizing everything that men do in a manly way. Oh, that's because you don't want to show it. Yes, we do. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something that's really weird, but I think men value more the word "I love you" than women. Hot take.
She's talked about this as well. Like, you need female friends. It's important to cultivate female relationships, even if you have a boyfriend or not.
I encourage you to start looking at the relationships you have with women and feed the positive ones. Spend time with the women that lift you up, don't judge you or others, and make you feel powerful. This is going to change everything in your life. My period used to be a source of shame for me in so many ways. I would just want it to be over with. It comes with a lot of difficult symptoms, but the beauty of it is something I've seen as of late, and I really choose to.
I love that she has now talked about periods. I think this is why I chose this video, because not a lot of people talk about periods when they talk about feminine energy. I guess it's a taboo subject for people to talk about. I don't know, but she's talking about how I think when we think about periods, it's often with a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, and a lot of feeling self-hatred or self-constriction, because it's like, oh, we have our periods, what are we gonna do? You know, I have to stop my life. But she's showing that your period is not just about having a baby, okay? It's also about discharging negative things from your body. It's bad blood. You're discharging bad blood. So you're discharging negative things from your body, negative emotions. You're releasing and letting those things go. Men discharge things as well, okay? We're just doing it through blood. So this is something every human being needs to do, and especially as a female, by having a period, your body's actually telling you to slow down, relax, heal yourself, replenish. So it's a cycle which allows, it's like a self-regulated cycle which allows you to take that time to take care of yourself. You know, it's giving you that space to take care of yourself, to be more in your feminine energy, to heal yourself, to, you know, give more value to yourself and into your internal world than external world around you.
I really choose to look at my period as a very special time of release in the month. I release things not only like blood, but things like thought patterns and negative emotions that can come and go as the month ends. As this time happens, I'm always going to be using things that are good for my body. I switched over to organic feminine care a couple of years ago, and it was really exciting for me to be able to take this sponsorship. NaturCare has decided to sponsor this video. They create plastic-free and organic and natural feminine care items. I learned about the dioxins that were in my tampons a couple years ago, and these are really harsh chemicals. I don't trust that they are going to be good for my reproductive health or my body in general, and that's why I choose to use organic feminine care items. Pads and tampons are especially important because we use so many of them in a period. This brand is fantastic, and I'm going to leave a link below so you can learn a lot more about this, because
she doesn't talk about it here, but just knowing that when you have a better reflection of your period and you don't see it as a controller or restrictor, but you see it as like something which is your friend, or like, yeah, I mean, like something which is helping you, and you change your relationship with periods and you talk about it more positively, you'll see also the men around you, if they really care for you, they're so good. Like if a man is really caring for you and he really loves you, like personally, what I've seen or what I've experienced is that they're just so good with like trying to understand and trying to be there for you and trying to make it as like a better experience for you. So if you're in a relationship and a man is making you feel like disgusting, okay, there are men out there who will not do that. I'm saying that from personal experience. Like, it's not disgusting. So don't be with a man who makes you feel like you're disgusting or anything because you're having a period, or because of like feminine like things you need to do and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, that was actually the end of the video because she just goes on. That's it for this video. I'm going to link it down below, Alexandra's Girly Talk. Everyone knows, so you can go watch her other videos, I guess. I don't really watch her for like spiritual stuff or anything, but this was a good video, so I watched this one. And yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you do to increase your feminine energy. And also let me know if you'd like me to do a video about feminine energy in my new video next week. Oh, and give it a like if you liked it. Yeah. All right. Bye.